there! Welcome back to In the Garden with Greendell. I'm Nikki, and I've got some things to show you today. Hopefully you're as excited as we are. First, before I start, I wanted to answer a few questions from some of our viewers. So Jeanette asked a question about mulching your other perennials that you have in your landscape. And the answer is yes, you can go ahead and cut back any of your tender perennials that are finished for the season the same way that I did the daylilies. Check them, make sure they're healthy. Put a nice layer of that nice fine forest pines on them, and they will be really well protected for the winter. I like to leave my coral bells, some of my perennial geraniums. I like to leave the black-eyed Susans and any ornamental grasses that you have for the winter because they really have a nice winter interest. When the snow falls on them or the frost is on them, they look really, really pretty. So I like to leave those and don't cut them down until the spring. Another thing that people often ask is it okay to leave your leaves that have fallen off your trees in your landscaping? You do not want to do this. They create a mat, and that can invite pests to come along and breed inside your landscape plants. And that will create diseases and possibly a death or two in your precious perennials and plants. So make sure you get those out for the winter. Take them to your nearest compost center, Greendell, and we will take care of those for you. Another question that I had was about the raking that I was doing with the daylily last week when I was pulling those dead leaves out. Clayton asked if it was okay to do that anytime, and yes it is. I do that in the summer when my ever-blooming daylilies the leaves have started to brown a little bit. I'll just go through every once in a while and comb them out and get those dead leaves out. So it's perfectly safe to do that and do it all year long. It won't hurt the daylilies. So thanks a lot for your questions, and remember that we are your source for any information that you have about gardening. Just give us a call. So what am I doing with this bucket? Today I'm going to show you how to clean out your pots that you had your annuals in all summer. I have a nice galvanized bucket here that's full of water, warm water, and a little bit of bleach and a little bit of soap. So I just used 10 parts water to 1 part bleach and a little bit of Dawn in there. I'm going to put my gloves on because bleach is bad for your skin. La la la. Okay, so here we have a spent plant in a plastic bucket. There's 2 different types of containers that you might have. You probably have plastic, you probably have some ceramic, and it's important to clean these out for the winter. So I'm just going to pull this dead thing out and empty it out really well. Mostly got it. And I'm going to put it in my bucket and scrub it. Oops. Scrub it with a scrubby pad. Just like you're doing the dishes. Some people take these into their bathtub to do it, and that's fine to do. I'm doing it in my big galvanized tub. Why is it important to do this? Well, all summer, you've been watering those plants and fertilizing them, and bacteria and fungus can grow on the edges of your pots. You don't want those to continue to grow through the winter, and if you do it now, you won't have to do it in the spring. Your pots will be all ready for planting. You got 3 or 4 months to kill here, so you could take some time to do all of these through the winter months. So there it is. I'm going to put it over here and let it set to dry. Now this is a terracotta pot that I painted because I don't really like the terracotta color. So I painted this one, and so that's why it doesn't look like terracotta to you. So it's a little heavier and a little bit more work to take and clean out. Clean that out. Take a look inside. Definitely need to clean this puppy. Why do we need to do this with the terracotta pots? This is really, really important. You need to take in all your ceramic, glass, terracotta pots for the winter. They will absorb moisture from the freezing and thawing, and you will lose your pots. They will crack. Some pots that you can buy now say they're frost resistant, and those are great to leave outside, but you still want to take them in and clean them. So it's just really important to do that to keep your investment good. This one is going to take a little bit more cleanup because it has absorbed a lot of moisture over the summer months. And I'm just scrubbing this with this scouring pad. I'm taking some steel wool now, and I'm going to scrub the inside of the pot with it. Rinse it. So we have a nice clean disinfectant pot that I'm going to let dry really well, and then I'm going to store it in my garage or my basement with some newspaper wrapped around it. We apologize for any wind background noises today. It is a very windy day here in central Indiana. Beautiful fall day, but very windy. So that is cleaning and storing your pots for the winter. Wrap them in some newspaper, just put them in your garage or put them in your basement somewhere that it's not going to get below freezing. Keep your things nice and clean and stored nicely for the winter. Now I want to show you how to revive one of your annual pots that maybe you have the same problem that I do and you didn't get your plants brought in before that frosty frost that we had last week here in central Indiana. So this is one of the pots that we made at our Wines and Vines event. If you haven't ever heard of it or you might be interested, keep your eyes peeled for the spring season when we will start having these events every weekend for a month or so, month or 6 weeks or something like that. As you can see, part of this plant is still beautiful and is still blooming and nice for the fall, nice fall color. But one part, the poor little croton up here, is a tropical, and so it did not fare well in this cold weather that we had. And I failed as a gardener and didn't bring it in. So I'm going to pull it out now, and I'm going to take it inside and put it in a bright sunny window and see if I can maybe revive it a little bit and use it next year. I might have to cut off some of these leaves that maybe got damaged from the frost. So I'm going to get my shovel and very carefully go around here, around the Bidens, who are so pretty. They still have some leaves in there, but some leaves from my tree. We've had some wind and some rain this year. I'm just going to kind of slice down into that soil. Okay. I'm going to clean up these leaves that are in here, go around with my handy dandy little clippers and cut off some dead. There's another spent petunia. So what am I going to do with this big empty space after I took that croton out? I could put a mum. I could plant a mum in there. That would be really, really nice and add some interest for the rest of the season. But I'm thinking I want to put a pumpkin right there in my beautiful arrangement of Bidens. Put that back out on my porch and have a couple more weeks at least of some beauty from my summer gardening. Thanks for watching to the end today with In the Garden with Greendell. And as you remember from last week, I said there would be a surprise this week. I have to hold on to him. So this is Penny, the newest member of the Greendell family. And this one is Blazer, who is my little buddy, who's not always very attentive to the camera. Penny's going to be joining us in our shows usually. So thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to next time. Don't forget to give us a call if you have any questions, and come see us out at Greendell.